Hello, hello. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of organizing now that we're all on a little bit of a lockdown, a little bit of a quarantine, isolation, whatever. So today I'm going to be using my Cricut Mini to customize this little hanging organizer that I got from the Target dollar spot probably like 6 months ago. So this video is all about using what do you have on hand. So I'm going to be using this organizer that I've just had. So I haven't had a chance to go to the store and most everything is closed anyways. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using HTV that I already have in my scrapbook. Well, I was going to say scrap box, but really it's a scrap bag. And so we're just going to have fun with this. Alright, so we're going to start out by making a text box, and so I'm just going to pick out a font that will be able to be used easily, and one also that can be read when it's small. So let's see. I like this cutie pie one. I know I just used it in a different video, but this one is super cute. And so I am going to be making, a weeding pocket. And so I just measured what I have to work with. And basically I need it to be like 1.5 inches long. All right, so this will be my weeding pocket. And so now that I already have this one sized, I'm gonna duplicate it. And so now I can just make the other top pockets. So I'm gonna do scraper for one. I'm gonna do tweezing. And then the other top pocket is gonna be, I think I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna have the other top pocket be brushes. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. So those are gonna be our 4 top pockets. And so our middle pockets, those can be a little bit longer. Those can be about 2 inches, and I'll make them a little bit wider. So the first one is pens. The second one is glue sticks. How long is this? This one I might have to make a little bit smaller. Glue sticks. And then the other one I'll do scissors. Okay, and so the last one, or the last two actually, this one can be about 3 inches long, and this one can be bigger because these are like the 2 big bottom pockets. And these are gonna be, this pocket is gonna be miscellaneous tools, and I'm actually gonna have 2 of these miscellaneous tools. All right, and so for this word, I wanna put a little space there, so I'm gonna click ungroup, and I'm just gonna move this over a little bit just to give it some more space. I'm gonna reselect the word and weld it back together. And so I'm gonna do that same thing here. I'm just gonna ungroup it, move the tools, and then weld it back together. And I know we can use like the spacing tools up here, but I prefer doing it the other way. All right, so these are all basically ready to go. I'm just gonna use plain black HTV because that's what I have handy. So I'm going to come over here to make it, and I'm going to just, well, I'm just going to give these a little more space just to make the the weeding a little bit easier, just to give them a little more space. All right, so before we do anything, we have to come over here and click mirror. And so the reason why we have to click mirror is because this, with HTV, you cut your wording out backwards, and then once you go to iron it on, you flip it over so it's right side, or no, so it's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So it reads from left to right. So it's going to be backwards for now, which is perfectly okay. That is what we want. So we're going to hit continue. And so for our setting, we're going to use this everyday iron on. And so it even tells you up here to make sure mirror is turned on and that the iron on material is face down or shiny side down. So I'm going to switch you guys over to the camera so you can see how we're going to do this. All right, so for this project, we are going to be using our Cricut Mini. So cute. This is the perfect tool for this project because the pockets on this are or some of them are like really tiny. And I actually had another one of these and I tried to use like, I don't know if I tried to use my heat press, which is humongous, like the bigger Cricut one, or my iron, but either way it was a disaster. Everything was melted. It was just not good. So this little guy I think will be perfect. All right, and so this is the piece of scrap HTV that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to put it, again, shiny side down, and I'm going to just cut this excess off. So see how this is like the shiny side and this is a matte? So we want our shiny side to be face down on our mat, because this matte side, or the non-shiny side, this is the actual part that gets ironed down. So once it gets all cut out, then we flip it, and the shiny side is the carrier sheet, and that's how we press it down. All right, so we'll move our machine over. And now that this light is blinking, we can load our mat. Over so you can see it. And we will cut. Alright, so we're done with our machine. Alright, so I'm just going to peel off our HTV. Alright, and so now what we want to do is we want to weed away the excess HTV we don't need. So for this, I'm going to start with a corner, and I'm just going to start to peel away. And so since we have so many like little words on here, I just want to be careful that I don't accidentally pull a letter off or a random period or something like that. So just gonna try and be as careful as I can, because then we got to go back and weed out everything that didn't pull off, which is typically like the middles of the letters and stuff. So we just want to make sure everything is spelled correctly. Okay. So now we're just gonna, oh, that's not what I wanted. So now we're just gonna go into the middles of these letters and just weed them out. And so again, I had this piece of HTV just laying around, but if you want to do this in different colors or different fonts, you know, by all means. All right, so we got all the middles out of there. All right, so now we have all of our labels here. So I'm just gonna start to separate these. All right, so we have our brushes, our scraper, our 2 miscellaneous tools, the pens, our tweezing, what does this say? Weeding, glue sticks, and scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna just get organized here. All right, so this is the little guy that I'm gonna be customizing. So I'm gonna start with, I had my all right, so I'm gonna do my weeding up here. And then next to that, I had tweezing. And I'm putting them up towards the top because, like, if I have a pen, if I have a pen here or something, then you'll still be able to read it. I knew I wanted brushes over here. And then there was scraper. Scraper I'll do right here. All right, so I'm gonna get these, well actually, maybe I'll just put everything on here, get everything ready to go. All right, so we're good to go. We can start with our little mini heat press, easy press. And I like to use a little piece of parchment paper on top of these just to kind of like protect everything. Well, we'll just have to see what happens. So I'll do this first, weeding one first, and then we'll course correct from there. All right, so I'm taking my little press, just being careful. Sorry, I moved the camera. Being careful not to melt that teal part, and I'm just gonna press down. And someone wrote me that you're supposed to move the easy press around, so, or move like the mini around. So I'll try that. And again, just giving it pressure. Nothing melted. Hey, there we go. It was able to get weeded on, or get pressed on there. All right, so I can move all these up now that I know I won't melt anything. All right, so I'm gonna put this back here. So now I'm gonna do the tweezing and just kind of move it around. Giving it pressure. Okay, so far so good. This is very promising. And oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sorry if my hands are like just the ugliest thing right now. With everything that's been going on, I've been washing them and sanitizing them like crazy, and I swear they just like look like the Mojave Desert basically. Scraper. And now, oh, okay, so that got a little heat on it, no big deal. That's already semi-pressed down. All right, so we're just gonna get that down. All right, so now, how cool is that? This is very exciting, very exciting. I've had this organizer for months, so this is very exciting. Okay, so now we'll move down to our pens. All right, so far so good. And then we have our last one, our miscellaneous tools down here. Oops. All right, very nice. All right, so now I'm gonna fill this so you guys can see what it will look like. All right, so we have all our things here, so we'll do our brushes. Weeding tools, tweezing tools, my scraper, which I'm still not 100% sure what that's for. Then we have our pens. And we can just see over that, so perfect. Glue sticks. Scissors, put my Cricut scissors in there, and then my miscellaneous tools. So this is for all like my super random stuff. Knife blade, rolly thingy, hole punch, scraper. There you have it. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. We're using our little adorable little mini EasyPress. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, happy crafting, and you guys stay healthy.